What's up, guys? It's the Podcast Boys back with episode 118. We got me and Colin today. No guest. We're going to get a guest next week. It's going to be a great episode. So let's just start straight with story time. So I'll start us off with my story time because it's a little bit longer. So this week, me and Jackson and some friends went to one of our friends' cabin, and it was really nice. We went there from Friday all the way to
Monday, right?
Monday, yeah. So that's why. So the episode, just to let you know, the episode we had it done before, but there was an issue with the uploading thing on YouTube. Like we got it in, and then it like crashed. We put it on our Instagram story, but just for the people on YouTube, yeah, sorry for the delay. The thing failed, but we got it up. So yeah. So anyways, me, Jackson, and some friends went to our friend's cabin for, like I said, Sunday till Monday. It was really nice. So when we got there, he has a basketball net, like a basketball hoop, and he's got one of those like plexiglass
What happened, bro?
like backboards, right? And so when we're
Shattered or
playing
something.
basketball, the first thing we noticed is like, hey, it's like a little hole on this backboard here. And so like we're playing like I think we're playing like 2-on-2 or like we're playing pickup or something. I don't know what we're doing. But someone run, I don't know if it's me. I think it's me. I run into the back of the, like I do like a layup and I like hit the back of the post of the basketball hoop, and the thing just fully tilts and like falls over and a tiny bit of the glass comes up, and we're like, oh shit, like we broke the backboard. And so now the hole's getting a little bit bigger, and as the week progressed, we kept like hitting it like right on the place where the fucking hole was.
I'm trying to
And
break it.
the thing just went like so much bigger. By the time we left, the whole right side of the the backboard was like done, because we were like, and then we played 21, right? And you know when you're on like 11 or whatever and you can't get 13, so like, and you're at the 2-point line, so you just chuck it really hard on the thing. Jackson did that one time. He chucked it, and a big part of the backboard just fell out, and we're like, oh shit, like what? We just ruined his backboard. But it's all good because they're well off. They have a really nice cabin. So yeah. So also in the week we went fishing. So they have a boat. So we went fishing. We did swimming, wakeboarding, and stuff like that. So
Oh my god.
my story for the wakeboarding is me and Jackson and some other guys. We were on the boat, and Jackson. So me and Jackson go tubing first, and we're like holding on pretty tight. We're doing good, you know. We're leaning as well. We're doing like the left and the right to like, you know, counteract them trying to get us off the wake. We're doing really good, and we get pulled out on the wake, and then we both just flip. Like we did like a full like flip over and just smacked the water super hard. It was brutal. And then Jackson and one of our other friends goes on the tube. And this guy, he only has one hand. He's got a hand, he's got like a nub. So it's hard for him to hold on. But somehow, right? And they're going super fast. They're flying. They're whipping around the wake, whatever. And they're going like a like decent speed. Like we're like gonna try to like in the boat. We're turning around to go over the wake. And as he's turning around, like Jackson, his leg gets flipped out over the like out of the tube, and his leg catches the water, and he slams the water.
God,
like,
that would have been so
and
funny.
the guy, like Zach, he's like, what's good? He's like, he looks over and he's like, Jackson's so, like he's yelling back to the boat, and then he thought they were gonna stop, so he lets
Why
go,
didn't they?
and the guy driving the boat just accelerates, and he just flies off. So it was really funny. We were all laughing. We were all laughing, and it was a great time. And then for like wakeboarding and stuff like that, basically we didn't have the wakeboard on the boat. We only brought water skis and a skimboard. And like I've done like wake surfing before, which is basically like it's very similar to a skimboard, but it's got like a bottom, and it's got fins on the bottom, and it's got like grip on top. For most skimboards, they're just like a wooden board or whatever material it is, and they're just flat on either side, no grip, no nothing like that. So I go in, and the guys who's driving the boat, you know, who does this stuff, all the water sports, like, yeah, he's like, I think you got it. It's like similar to wakeboarding and like wake surfing, like it should be fine, but he's like, it will probably be pretty hard because there's no fins to catch yourself. Like you're like the board's just like on the water, so it might sink, or like it'll be hard to get up. And one of our friends, our buddies, is trying it, and he's like, he keeps eating shit. Like every time the boat goes, he's going, and then he just flops to the left or to the right or forward, and like he's practically drowning. So he goes like 7 times or something, and then he's like, "Oh, Justin, you should go in there." So I get in, I get the board, I try, and first time I get up, and I'm just surfing the wake. So it was really
Solid.
a happy accomplishment. I got up, and I made it. So right in front of Quinn's face too. after, and then I get back on the boat, and he goes, "What did you do?" He's like, "I've been trying this for like 7 times." He's like, "The board keeps slipping out," and I'm like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." But the other thing that I was super happy about, so I got up the first time, and then the second 2 times, I was like grabbing the wrong hand for some reason. Like usually, like you put the hand between your feet so that you can like grab and pull yourself up. But for some reason, and then like when you go, you switch your hand to your like other hand. So for me, my left hand, because I'm left foot forward. But then for some reason, I was starting with only my left hand and not like both hands on the rope. So I kept eating shit, and then I'm like, wait, what am I doing? So I catch myself. I'm like, okay, I'm like doing the wrong thing to get up. So I go, switch my hands, and I'm good, and I'm up. And we were like skimboarding before on the beach, and we're like we were just trying like shoves, and like Justin did a 360, like a spin thing, and we were like talking about it on the boat. So I just try it, like I'm just like spinning my leg around and like pushing the board like backwards, kind of like almost like a backside power slide where you're on like this and you're like pushing your leg forward. And anyway, so I'm trying that for a bit, and then I'm just trying to throw my shoulders over, just kind of like how you do on a snowboard, like you just whip your shoulders around. And then I'm like, okay, I should just try this, because I'm up for a while. I'm like comfortable on the wake. I'm surfing it pretty good. So I just throw a 360, turn around, grab it with the back, and I land it. So I was super hyped on that. I've done wake surfing and stuff like that, but this is my first time doing a 360, so I was super hyped on that, and that was great. And then like we also like the week was super fun. Another thing is when the first people to fall asleep would always just get like violated. Like there's videos of guys sleeping. Justin puts like there's the other guy's Justin as well, but he puts his like toes in the guy's mouth while he's sleeping or like on his lips. And the funniest one is Quinn is lying on the lying on the couch.
He's the first one to fall asleep.
He's the first one to fall asleep. And we're all awake, and we're like, what should we do? And we're like, we put toes in everyone's mouth. Like, that's not funny anymore. And someone goes, I know. And then, like, what? And he grabs a speaker, and he's like, we're going to play army music. So we grabs a speaker, like a JBL, right? Like, blast that shit, like, all the way. I'm not talking, like, it's quiet, too. It's probably, like, 1 or 2 or something. The speaker is loud as hell. He puts it, like, Quinn's lying like this, directly on his ear, like, on his shoulder.
That would hurt.
On his ear. And he's like, all right, guys. And so everyone's filming, and he puts it on, the army music, the dun, 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 like the horns, right?
Oh, they get the fuck out call.
And Quinn is like, it stays there for like 10 seconds, and it's blasting. We're all dying laughing. It's like the funniest shit. And he like, for 10 seconds, he's just like this. Like, didn't wake up. And then he goes, and he like throws the speaker on the ground and flips over, and that's it, bro. Like he literally was not affected.
No, he's probably awake. There's no way that.
No, bro, I have a video. And then he throws the speaker and just like turns over, and he's like covering his ears. Oh, so dude. It was so funny. And then so after that, we're like, he goes back to sleep. Like, I don't know why. He just, I guess he thought it, he's tired. He's like, he didn't even really wake up, to be honest. He goes back to sleep, and we go for round 2. So this time, Justin has the idea of bringing yogurt over, and we're like, and then he's like, Quinn, and Quinn's still sleeping.
Breakfast time.
As he has the yogurt, he's like doing this, and he's like pulling it pretty close to his face. And Quinn goes, and he like slaps his hand, and the yogurt goes like all over his shirt, and he wakes up, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, wait, what? And he's like super confused. He's got yogurt all over his shirt, and he was pretty mad. But yeah, the other thing we did, so for the sleeping situation, we had like 2 rooms, so 3 guys in one room and 3 guys in the other room. And what we did is, like, our, like, side was open, like, we were up pretty late, like, the 3 of us, so what we did is we took, like, Febreze from the bathroom, and we went into the other room, and we're like, yeah, fuck these guys, and we took the Febreze, and we just held it down, like, we opened the door, and, Quinn sleeping, Jackson in my room, Zach sleeping, Justin sleeping, and we take the Febreze and we just hold it there in the door, and we just hold it there for like a minute. Yeah, I emptied the can. It smelled super
breathable.
Yeah, it's and the room's like pretty stuffy too, because there's no there's like windows, but there's no like air circulation or
It's
anything.
not open.
They didn't have the AC on or whatever. I think it was broken, so it was just like straight Febreze. And after that, like we let it sit and we walked in, and it just hits you, and we're like, do you think they could die from this? So we quickly searched it up that you can't die from Febreze smell, so there's no toxins or whatever, but they're good. But yeah, I was super strong. Yeah, overall it was a really good week.
Did
really
you
fun
have
experience.
toes in your mouth?
I didn't have toes in my mouth. So that was good. The other thing I just remembered, we also played poker, and this is like the first time I played poker as well, like with chips and stuff. Like I've played with like just like the cards and like stuff like that, but we played with chips. And it was really fun, for me at least. I cleaned up. We all put in $10, and we all had like chips. At the end, I got $25, so I made a lot of my money. I made the most out of everyone. Jackson, unfortunately, he had $2 at the end of it.
Your Venusaur luck did not rub off on the...
Yeah.
I didn't pull out my Venusaur.
So that was really fun. And yeah, we did a lot of like swimming and stuff. We jumped off the boat a couple times. And then at night, so they live right on the water, right on the dock. And if you walk down to the dock at night, like and they have like a fire pit and stuff at top. So we were sitting by the fire and we were roasting marshmallows. And you hear this sound, it's like, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So we, and like Justin's like, oh, it's just seals. And so we go down to the dock. And we're playing like seal mating calls like on the speaker, and like
that's funny.
If you don't know what seal mating calls sound like,
I'm assuming it's very loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, it just sounds like someone's dying basically. It's crazy. But anyways, we went down to the dock and it's so loud. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like super loud.
Did the seals do anything?
Huh?
Did the seals do anything?
The seals didn't do anything. We were safe on the dock. But the cool thing is there was like phosphorescence, like very like minimally in the water. But when I was like a kid, I went to this other island and we went on the last day. Like one of our friends like, yo, there's phosphorescence in the water, and it was super like there were like a lot of them. Like it's super basically, if you don't know what it is, it's just the water goes all like neon basically when you go in the water. So if you splash the water, it kind of like lights up a bit. So when I was a kid, we had it. It was crazy. Like the one season, I think whatever happened, but it was just the phosphorescence was super strong. But when we went this year, it was like a little bit. So we hit the water and like it would light up a little bit, but not as crazy as you'd think. I guess like not super strong, but it was really cool at least. Yeah, we had a good time at the cabin. So that's my stories for the cabin. But I also got some other stuff that happened this week. So we also had a soccer camp for our school senior year, and it was kind of brutal to say the least. The first day, it's like we go to the field, and the field is in direct sun, and it's like it's brand new, so the turf's like black and it's like really nice. But the thing is that field gets super hot because the turf absorbs all the heat from the sun, right? And there's no shade on it whatsoever. So the camp's like an hour and a half or like hour 45. But it's so hot. Like, everyone is, like, dying. It's brutal. And it was like that for all the days. So it hurt pretty bad to play in that. So the first day, I got a hat trick. It was pretty sick. I played pretty good. Jackson got 2 assists, I think. So me and Jackson were playing pretty good together. We played pretty well on the first day. And that was that. It honestly wasn't too hot because I feel like it was the first day. We kind of, we didn't really know what we were expecting, but I didn't think it was, as bad. And so the first day was pretty good. But the second day... sorry, I have something to add. So on the end of the first day, our team had, lost the game we were playing. And we had to run a lap around the track. And so we were running. We're, almost... we're on, the last quarter, probably. And we're running back. And my leg just starts, pulsating. I'm like, fuck. In my calf. And it's, hurting really bad. I'm like, fuck. Okay, I gotta keep going. We're almost done. I just gotta, pump it out. And as I'm running, I'm like, okay, it's getting worse. This kind of hurts a little bit. And as I get to the end, my legs just, it's like they both tense. And I got an insane muscle cramp in both of my calves. It was absolutely brutal. I'm, lying lying down now. I'm just like, I can't fucking run. I'm like hobbling to the finish line. So it was brutal. I had a really bad muscle cramp in both of my calves on the first day, and there were still 2 more days after this, so that sucked. And then when I got home, I took my socks off, whatever, and I had 2 like really bad blisters on my feet. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna suck for the next day. So the next day, I go in. It was pretty good. It was still insanely hot, and this time I had blisters on my feet. So now it's like try playing like it's like a little hotter now, and
have
you got
new-
blisters on your feet. It hurts to run. It hurts to
How
walk.
come you had blisters? Did you have like new cleats or something?
These are old cleats, but I guess like I haven't. They're like tight now because they're like older and then kind of smaller. So now I have like blisters. It's hot. My calves are still like kind of tight. So the second day was absolutely brutal. I played better in the first day. Obviously, didn't play as good. I think I got an assist or something, but wasn't my best game. So that was the second day, and then the third day, which was the last final day. It was the hottest out of all the days. It was so hot. Like, it's brutal. Like, you go onto the field and you're doing, like, kickabout, like, just to, like, warm up. And you want to go sit on the bench, like, in the shade. Because it's just way too hot. And then it's worse, too, because you got the blisters now. And now they're worse. Because now it's been rubbing away at the back of your foot. And now I have one on the side of my foot. So I had one on the side and my heel of on, like, my shooting foot. And it just, like, hurts to, like, walk. So I was kind of like not pissed off, but I was just mad because it's like I want to do well because it's kind of like a tryout thing, and like evaluation, and I wanted to do well, but I feel like I would get held back by the blisters, but I mean it was alright. I did pretty good. So one of the first plays, or like one of the like earlier in the game, we hit like some good through balls and like give and go, and then I hit like a really nice cross and I place it and I call the guy's name. I'm like, hey. I won't say his name, guy, and then he goes in and he gets the header. So that was like the first thing. I was like, damn, that's so nice. So it was like really good play. So I was really psyched on that. And then later in the second or third, I got a goal. I like hit it in the corner off the keeper. So yeah, it was like overall the camp was pretty good. I'm like pretty happy about that. Played pretty well. Me and Jackson played pretty good, and all the guys in it. So yeah, that was really fun. Okay, so the next thing in my story time, the gritty emo, bro, in Fortnite. So, Jackson's laughing behind the camera, but basically, the gritty emo, it's been out, and I couldn't get it because I had no V-Bucks, bro. It was really sad. Me and Jackson are like Fortnite gods. We play this shit, like, I'm not even joking, like, he'll come to my house just, like, randomly, and we'll play, like, for a while, and we're pretty good. Like, we always get dubs, basically. But we, like, I swear to God, like, we've been, like, every time he comes to my house, and my other friend, too, he goes, do you have the gritty emote? And I say, no. Like, I don't have it, bro. I'm sorry. When it was in the shop, I didn't have V-Bucks, all right, because I bought the Battle Pass. So, I'm on TikTok, right? And some of my friends over for a sleepover. I'm checking TikTok, and the first video that comes up is Gritty's in the item shop. And I lose my shit, bro. Like, when I tell you I lose my shit, I'm like, holy fuck. I stop. Like, I drop all the shit I'm doing, turn my Xbox on, go to fucking Fortnite, and I buy that shit, bro. It was insane. I'm so happy that I got it. I literally been waiting for that for, like, a month. Like, no joke. So, I'm super happy about this emote. And once I get it knocked up, I'm going to emote on them with a gritty. And I'll clip it, and I'll clip it, and I'll put it in here. And it's just going to be, like, it will be sick. And the last thing... Yeah, it will be like gritty clips. It'll just be me hitting the gritty after I get dubs. Okay, and the last thing that happened, this is more like actually like important shit that happened this week. So as you know, I said it like so long ago, but I did like Depop and Facebook Marketplace and stuff for like side hustles. But I finally made my first sale on Depop. I sold like a hoodie, and this is like sick. So basically, the person lived really close to me. So usually with Depop, the thing is you buy the thing and then you ship it out. And the shipping takes, like, it's quite, like, first off, it's quite a lot of money to, like, ship stuff, especially, like, clothes. Because if it doesn't fit in, like, a certain mailing package, it costs a hell of a lot of money to ship with Canada Post. So I saw the thing, and I'm, like, checking the messages, and I'm, like, it's has, like, the buyer's, like, location. And luckily, it was, like, really close to where I live. So what I did, I was just like, hey, can I, like, drop it off instead? Because first off, you'll get the item quicker. I don't have to ship it, and it will save money. So they're like, yeah, sure thing. So I went to the address, dropped it off, and made the sale. So it was really good. I mean, I bought the hoodie for probably maybe like $5 at the thrift store. Resold it for 50. So
Oh my god.
pretty good. It's like, yeah, pretty good.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm happy with that. And yeah, that's my story time. Kind of a long one,
Oh,
20
yeah,
minutes to be exact.
It's
But
been long.
I had lots of shit to say. So
You talked about how they're not waking up, like Quinn not waking up from that. There's
videos.
like a story I have where I was traveling somewhere. I was on the plane, and I don't know. I would have been. I don't remember when this was. I would have been traveling. I want to say through America, and what is it called? The woman that is at the
flight attendant.
flight attendant has like the cart. And essentially, I don't remember how this happens. She spills a bunch of churros all over my torso, and I'm sleeping when this happens. People around me are scrubbing me clean, and I don't wake up. And I woke up, and I think, was it when I was going to Vegas or something? I woke up, and, like, I didn't know. My mom told me, and I was like, really? Are you joking? And I'm like looking at my shirt. I'm like, there's no stains, nothing. They're like, yep, people all around us are like. I was like, what the hell,
They brought like a spray bottle and there's like.
dude? I don't know what they. I was unconscious. That's scary. What else could they have done to me? Like, no, no. Anyway, oh yeah, and you're talking about tubing. I almost died tubing. We were at camp, and I don't remember who I was tubing with. Maybe you. And there's so much water spraying in my face that I couldn't breathe. So every second I was like, and then that was the only breath I had for the whole time. Like, I wasn't that scared, but I was just very uncomfortable. Oh my god.
Tubing with that sucks, cause that's when like the rope gets in the way of like the wake, and I think that's usually if the rope has too much slack, it will like bend a little bit. So when it's hitting, it will just hit the water, and it basically just sucks for the people tubing because they get sprayed like in the face like the whole time, right?
So much water I couldn't breathe. This is not just a little splash, like.
Yeah, it's like in your ear the whole time.
Yeah.
You just can't like. Yeah, that's brutal. That sucks.
Yeah, it did. But okay, so that was like pre-story time. So story time, this week. This week is going by slow, but also fast, because you're talking about the heat was bad when you're playing soccer for an hour and a half. I was out there in 30-degree weather with my pads on for football, playing for 3 hours straight, minimum. So that was, I actually popped off that day. That was the best practice I had of the week. I had football camp or football practice every single day, Monday to Friday, for 3.5 hours, somewhere around there. And it was very like hard. You have to work really hard, obviously, and it's annoying to have practices every single day, but that's what make you better. That's what make you like as good as you can get, really. And very, very hot. Some people were like sick, like
Heat stroke.
yeah. One guy left early. One guy was was not pretty, but yeah, we've been working hard. It's been fun and rewarding to see how, we've got. I think, I had like one bad day. Some other days I was like, oh, I could have done better. But I think overall, like, I've noticed that I'm a lot better at just knowing the plays and like knowing everything, and just everything about me. I can tell that I've improved, and that's like the best thing you can get from that, right? Is just to improve. And so that was this week. This week, I watched Bullet Train in theaters. It was a very interesting movie. I'll say that the script and the plot was very, very unique, which I liked. The only thing that I did not like about the movie was how much blood there was, like inappropriate amount of blood and gore. Like, it's just ridiculous. But the movie itself was like good, I'd say. But did I enjoy watching the movie? No, because seeing that was not enjoyable. But the movie itself was good. It was very, very. The plot was really well done. Very, very interesting. Every decision made in the movie was based on fate and how the movie was what the movie was. So that was very interesting. If you're looking for an action movie to watch and you don't mind some blood, then go watch it. I'd recommend. I also watched the Percy Jackson series again because they're releasing a series on Disney Plus coming out soon. So I watched the movie series again. I forgot they only made 2 movies. That to me is so shocking, but I searched up why. They didn't have, the first movie did not do well, so they made a second one. That didn't do well, so like the 21st Century Fox was like, fuck this, we're not making a third one. So they had 2, and both the movies were really good. I really liked them. The second one, like everybody watched that as a kid when it came out, but the first one I never watched, and I watched it. It was good. It was good. And then the second one, even better. I loved the second one. So yeah, really good series. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Very good. I have not read the books, nor do I think I will, because I don't really read books. But except for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that's just slops. But no, yeah. So I did that. Somebody I know this week passed away, which is very unfortunate. So the family, like the guy that passed away, I'm not gonna give any detail, but it just sucks because the guy was really, really friendly, and I know him, and he was a very nice guy. So I will miss him, but life moves on. We move on from. It's just a part of life. You can't I see everybody on Instagram getting upset how it was supposed to be Kobe's birthday. Move on. I know it sucks, but it's not gonna help you if you're just holding on to something like that, especially a person, something so impactful in the world. A person is probably the most impactful thing you can ever miss, right? I mean, there's objects and stuff, obviously, but a person is so much more unique. So it sucks that the person I know died, very, very sudden. So it's more shocking than anything. But the guy, very nice guy. And yeah, he will be missed, so that sucks. But that's all my story time.
All right, so I have some other stuff to add to my story time. The first is this movie that we watched at one of our sleepovers. It was called Incantation, and it's supposed to be the scariest movie of 2022. So basically, not to spoil the movie, but it's a psychological horror about this. It's about this ritual, and basically it's this deity that causes bad things to happen. And
No.
okay, so the first thing, we're watching it, and the reason why it's so scary is it's very, very long. So they kind of have you on suspense for a while. I think it's around 2 hours.
But just
So
suspense.
some people say it's yeah. So the thing is, in my opinion, the movie wasn't that scary per se, but it just leads you on for hours on end, and then you kind of just and then it happens, and it's so telegraphed, is that the jump scare thing's gonna happen because they've revealed the plot, and that's gonna happen, and then when it happens, you're like, oh, that wasn't really that scary. And the funniest thing is, midway through the movie, I fell asleep. So I mean, it couldn't be that scary if I'm falling asleep to it. But it was it wasn't a great movie though either. It wasn't very. I mean, I think it's Taiwanese or something like that, but it wasn't that good. It had a very developed plot line and stuff, but in terms of scariness, I don't think it was that bad. To me, for horror movies and stuff like that, psychological horrors are they're scary, but they're not I don't have a scary movie jump scares in my face and a dumb plot, you know what I mean, a horror movie that we watched that was actually scary was The Nun, and it's supposed to be a shitty dumb horror movie, but it's more fun to watch, especially with big groups of people, because there's jump scares and stuff, and it's there's not really a developed plot line, and it's more of a, I don't know, it's a shitty horror movie, but that's what you expect out of it, right? But these psychological horrors, they're more try to get into your mind, but they're not very scary per se. They're just more creepy, if that makes sense. So for it being the scariest movie of 2022, I don't think so. But I think they were saying for if you watch this movie alone, it could be the scariest movie. And I can see that, because if you're fully engaged in the plot and you're really focused on what's going to happen, it could be scary. For us watching it, it was we were kind of we're making jokes. We're oh, this guy is what is he doing, right? And we're just having fun watching it and stuff. But watching it alone and you're in a dark room, or you're really focused on it, I guess it could be pretty scary. And the last thing I have to add for my story time, to conclude our story time, at the soccer camp, one of our friends brought us a big bag, and it was full of Prime. And so the first time, I was talking to Colin about this too, because we were saying a couple weeks ago, oh yeah, he's you should try the ice pop one, stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I think I should give Prime another try. You know, I might have been a little too harsh on it. And yeah, I want to give it another try. And so this guy, he got the ice pop one. He had the red one, and I think he had like the green one, and maybe I don't know, maybe the blue one. I don't think so. I don't know, but I had the red one, and the first thing again is like it's very sweet. Like I forgot how sweet it is. It's like it just tastes like sweeteners, and for being so like healthy and good for you, it tastes so fucking sweet. Like I don't know what sweeteners they use or what, but it's just like very sweet. But the ice pop one is, like Colin said, the best one. It doesn't taste as bad, but
I like the blue the best.
I haven't tried the blue.
We haven't tried the blue. They didn't have the blue. Sorry, but
I think ice pop is second best.
Ice pop is pretty good because that's like what those popsicles taste like. Those like are made to taste sweet, so that's why it's not as bad. It just tastes better because that's how it's supposed to taste, right? But for the normal primes, they're just way too sweet, and like they're not that good. So yeah, again, if you get Prime, try the blue one or the ice pop one, and they're really not all that worth it, especially if you're getting them imported or whatever. Like the guy who bought it, he said it costed like $8 or something, or like for I don't know if it was like $8 for. I think he had like 3, so it might have been like $8 for, or it's like $5 each. I don't know, but they're expensive and it's just not really worth it because they don't taste that good. I mean, if you want to try it, that's on you, but. Yeah, it's okay. So now that we're done that, I guess we'll move on to Copper Drop. So the first one that I got here is the Gucci Adidas Samba in the pink colorway. We kind of had them up the whole time, but so it's an Adidas Samba and it's got like sort of like purpley pink accents on the toe box. Probably did this. Okay, yeah, and so it's got like the Gucci logo on the side. Like you can obviously see this, like you'll see the picture, but it's got like the Gucci logo on the side. It looks like really good materials though. Like that's the one thing that I would think about the shoe. Like if you look on the stripe like logo, they looks like like good leather and like nice suede, like premium materials and stuff. So I think that's why you'd buy the shoe. I mean, obviously it's probably really expensive. It's bright pink and then it's got a green accent on the heel. Kind of bold, but what do you say? What do you think about the shoe?
Well, I think that Gucci X Adidas is very huge. A bunch of people will be having these. I can already tell you that. I'm gonna have to say drop because I don't like how the green goes with the pink. If it was just all pink, then I'd cop that. I think it looks nice if that was the case, but the green with the pink, I don't like it.
Yeah, I saw someone styling it, and the thing is, because they're wearing like baggier pants, the back of the shoe, like the green part, was like covered up, so you couldn't really see it. Or I guess like the way he was like standing in front of the camera, so you couldn't see it. So like originally, I thought these shoes were really good. Like I thought they were cool. I liked the color. Very like weird colors, but like they kind of work somehow.
No,
but
they're
the
nice.
green just kind of throws it off, and like unless like it depends how you style it too, because you got the pink, and then if the green accent just is like almost too much, and it makes sense for like the Gucci, like their colors like red and green and stuff, but I don't know, I just don't really see it working that well. So for me, I'd say drop as well. So for the next one, we got the Li Ning Way of the Wade Wow 10 release. So basically, I saw this shoe on TikTok. This guy was saying it's just the best shoe of 2022. And basically, it's like the Dwyane Wade 10. So personally, I think they look really cool. Like I actually like the color.
I like that color.
Kind of got like a gray color going on here with some like pink that's fading into orange. With like cream sole. And then if you look at the bottom here, the bottom accents have a bunch of dates. I don't even know what the dates represent, but they're in like carbon fiber on the bottom. And apparently the shoe like performs really well. Like this guy said, it's got like great grip,
is it a basketball shoe?
Good traction, very good like cushion and padding and stuff. So apparently it's really good for performance, and it's also just like they look really cool. So I have to say cop.
There's a lot going on. It looks pretty futuristic.
Yeah.
I like the color.
Mhm.
I'll say cop.
Yeah. That's cop for both of us on those ones. Do you have a copper drop?
I got 2 of them actually.
Right.
Okay, so this one I was looking at. I did not know that they had this. I knew that they had the older version. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Jackson, have you seen this?
No.
Okay, so this is the Crazy Cart XL. I didn't know that they had the XL. So since you guys don't know it, I'll tell you guys now. So this is a go-kart, essentially. XL for people that are older. The other one was for kids. This one, you can go up to 230 pounds on that. You can have like, I think the battery might be a bit longer. It's age 16 plus. So sorry, Justin. But so the pedal there to go. This is a drift brake. So you press it down, and you can actually drift like crazy. So you can like just hold that thing down and just like go ham. The wheel, there's an arrow at the top. You can see right there. Where that arrow is facing is where you're going. So if you turn the wheel for the arrow facing you, you'll go backwards. So it's not like a go-kart where you have to go out, take it, pick it up, turn it around. You can just, turn the wheel and then go backwards and have the brake, like drifting. I've seen people do like crazy tricks on this, but I did not know that they had the XL. So hard cop for this. Extremely fun.
It looks pretty
How
cool.
much did they go for?
I want to say like, it's anywhere between 500 and K, I want to say. But
Damn.
go to the Razor website.
I've seen how
maybe.
fast they go. So it says 14 miles per hour. That's damn. They look pretty cool. I think I've seen something like similar to it on like TikTok where like guys like drift around like the corners of streets or whatever. But yeah, they look pretty sick.
Max weight 240 pounds. Max battery life 40 minutes, which isn't too much, but it's a huge battery. So this is in American. It's $1,090 MSRP.
Jeez.
16 plus, and it's gonna be even more money if it's in Canadian. Walmart.com, $999. Damn, look at this dune buggy. What the I'd say hard cop. Like, obviously I wouldn't get it because of how much it is, but I am going to say cop because that shit would be so fun to whip around in, even in this, like, in our town. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'd say cop too. Yeah, I feel like that'd be fun. You just go out with the boys and go drift down the road.
And you can, because it's like, it's not as big as it looks, but you can, like, I'll pull up the image again. You can, like, put stuff in your, like, cart. Like, dude, let's say you go grocery shopping, you could put your bag, like, down, like, behind you or, like, to the side. Or if you have a backpack, you could put it, like, behind, like, the seat.
Yeah, in the frame or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, look here. Look at the side of you. You got, like, you could stuff it behind
Yeah,
the seat.
I'd definitely do this over any e-bike, any e-scooter, any day. I'd rather get this than a electric scooter, but the battery is so bad compared to an e-scooter.
Yeah.
That's I'm saying cop.
Yeah, I'd say cop too.
All right.
All right. I guess we're done with.
No, I got
You
another.
got one more. We got another copper drop.
Okay, this is on Reddit. This is Copper Drop, and this is Nike Air Force, I don't know, clear.
Oh, what the? You got the dogs out too, right? He's not even wearing socks.
So this is it looks custom made.
Yeah, I think
We've
it
shown
is.
custom made on here before for Copper
Yeah.
Drops. Some of them are quite cool, but this one I'm saying drop.
I'd say 100% drop. I don't want to see your dogs, right, in the shoe.
No,
No,
what if
bro.
you wear socks?
If you wear socks, maybe, but like if you're wearing some goofy socks, bro, like
That's what it looks like with no
yeah, I don't
feet.
want to see your like I don't know, I don't want to see your musty ass socks that you've worn like 10 times in a row, bro. Like no thanks, like I'm good. They look weird, bro. They don't even look good. Like I don't know, they're not that. Cool.
Crazy cart right this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
a
say
drop.
100%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all my Copper Drop.
All right. Now that we're done with copper drop, we're gonna move on to topics. Okay, so the first one I got here
I've seen
is
this.
the new cover athlete for NHL 2023. So Trevor Zegras just got announced to becoming the cover athlete for
Good for
NHL,
him.
and
OG
the other
logo.
girl is What's their name? Something Nurse.
Oh yeah.
So they have like a dual cover together. Yeah, Sarah Nurse. Okay, so they're the EA Sports NHL 23 cover athletes. So Zegers becomes the first Anaheim Duck player to feature on the cover of NHL.
Wow.
And I think Nurse is the first woman to actually be on a cover as well. So this is really cool. They got like a dual cover going on with Zegers and Nurse. And this is like, I love this. This is like really cool cover. Trevor Zegers, one of my favorite players. I'm an Anaheim fan, so I mean, having him on the cover, I'll take it. It's sick. And I watched an interview with him and this guy talking about the cover, and he's a great choice to having him on the cover. First off, he's younger. He's pulling crazy
really
stunts
well.
in games. He's got the Michigan going on, the Michigan pass, all this sort of stuff. He's he's just a cool guy generally. Like, he's charismatic. He's nice. He's got great style on and off the ice. So he's a great pick for the cover. And I mean, for Anaheim, yeah, that's a big dub. Getting the first Duck on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and having a female athlete as well on the cover, I think that's the first time they've ever done that. And kind of having this dual cover athlete thing, I think is a really cool
Do they have
idea.
women you can play with in Chell?
Yeah.
For FIFA, you can.
I don't think so. I think this year they'll add it because I know
Yeah.
in 2K, in
think
22, you can play in WNBA,
Mhm.
and you can play all those leagues
Yeah,
as well.
2K20 I have, and you can.
In
But
FIFA, you can play
FIFA, you've can for like
for
a little bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, why would they have a woman on there if they're not gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I guess they add it because I have 21 because it's on Game Pass, and I don't think they don't have the women's leagues. I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure this is probably a new feature.
It's a good way to introduce it.
Yeah, and having
cover.
the athlete as well.
Sure.
The other thing that was cool about the game is they were like talking about an interview, and Zegers is known for the Michigan. He does that. But also this season, he basically invented the move, which is like the Michigan pass, where you like flick the puck, like you flex his stick and you flick it up, and you pass it over the net, and the guy like bats it in.
Yeah, he was behind the net. And
Yeah,
he hit it.
and he like passed it over basically with the Michigan. Like he faked the Michigan, hit the pass,
Crazy.
and the guy was saying, "Oh, do you think those will be added to the Chell?" And he's like, "Yup." He's like, "They're gonna add this move." So he's like, "If you hit it in game," he was like, "Send it to me." So yeah, I mean, hopefully the people are flooding his DMs with the Michigan pass. So.
I was talking about this yesterday with friends, and people were hating on the cover. They're like, "Why is it making palm trees? What the hell?" I think it's
kind of cool.
First of all, I really like the colors.
Yeah.
Colors are the
great
biggest
colors.
thing I like. I like the palm trees in the background on an ice rink. Like, sure, it doesn't make sense, but that's just a cool. It's very unique. It's very that's not something you see. It's art, right? It's art. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really, really cool. And also, a lot of places from a lot of like cities in the NHL, they be having like warm ass like places that have palm trees. Look at Florida; they got 2 teams. You got
Arizona, Florida,
no, it's
LA,
crazy.
and like these guys all they're all in like sunnier places, and like a lot of people hockey can't be in these types of cities, but a lot of the NHL is dominated by these types of cities.
Look
and it's
kind
of cool honoring them and kind of showing off like a different landscape, kind of a breath of fresh air for covers, and also just like different cities in the NHL. So I think it's a great cover and a good way to showcase both athletes. So
definitely, I think it's a good cover overall.
Yeah. I mean, and also, one last thing to add. Having the Canada representation.
Oh, yeah.
Canada jersey, like, yes, please. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to our next topic. So, I'll just have one more and then we'll switch. Okay, so, this is kind of like a heated topic. It's like a kind of big topic. So, Andrew Tate issues final message to viewers after ban from various social media platforms. Jackson behind the camera is doing this, whatever that means.
Take that the way that you do.
Take that however you want. So let's read the article. It says Andrew Tate posted a final message to his followers on Vimeo on Thursday, saying that many of his comments, which have been widely criticized for being misogynistic, were taken out of context. Tate's video runs 1 hour and 13 minutes. It comes after Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube banned him from violating the platform's hate speech policies. He was previously banned in Twitter in 2017 after tweeted that women should bear some responsibility for being sexually assaulted. Once known as a professional kickboxer, and struggling reality TV star. Tate has recently gone viral in large part due to his extreme statements, comparing women to property, graphically describing how he would assault a woman for accusing him of cheating, and claiming that men would rather date 18 and 19-year-old women over women in their mid-20s because the former have had sex with fewer men. So, very polarizing guy Andrew Tate is. And the ban has got many people up in arms. So a lot of people are saying he's not doing anything. He's a criminal. He doesn't have a criminal record. No records of this. And it went as far as him going on Fox News, and he did an interview with Tucker Carlson. And my dad, big Fox News guy, I'm like, Dad, this is fake news. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, all news is fake. They're all biased. So he's a big Fox News guy. And he's a big business guy. So, he likes Trump and shit. So he sees this, and I'm like, Dad, Andrew Tate's on TV. And so he's like, who's this guy? And so basically,
who's this guy?
Yeah, he's like, we're watching it. And I was laughing the whole time. I'm like, I can't take this seriously. My dad's watching Andrew Tate on television with Tucker Carlson, the most opinionated guy.
Yeah.
Like my dad, this is a little side bit, but my dad loves Tucker Carlson. I'll be in the other room, I'll be in my room, whatever, doing whatever, and he's like, Justin, Tucker Carlson's on TV, and I'll have to go there. I literally have to stop what I'm doing and go see this. But Tucker Carlson, he's pretty funny. So and he's got some funny ass opinions. I like him too. But he interviewed Andrew Tate, and basically the interview, I watched it. So they were saying he's like, I got banned, and he's like, for no reason. Basically, he's like, this is censorship. They're taking away my rights for not doing anything. He's like, they say that I sexually assaulted a woman, but there's no records of me doing this. I don't have a criminal record.
Take away his rights at all.
I don't have this, and basically just goes on about censorship and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a pretty the interview wasn't that long. The one that ran on Fox got cut a bit, but there's the full interview you can watch on the Fox News, or I don't know, it's an extras thing, but the whole interview's on there. But my dad, after watching this interview, was like, yeah, I kind of agree with some of the stuff he said, the censorship stuff. If he didn't have any records of being a criminal, how can he get charged with assault and stuff like this, especially with some of the
Did he actually get charged?
No, he didn't. And one of the sexual assault claims, apparently it was role play or something, and where he's beating the woman. I don't know, but it's a whole thing. Yeah, another thing he said, he was having he was getting swatted. They said,
of course.
That's what he was charged with. What is it?
Mischief?
No, it was
keeping a girl hostage.
Yeah, something like that. But there's trafficking, human trafficking. He was charged with human trafficking, but he said that it was swatting, so
This is in Romania?
This is in Romania. So people are talking about we talked about it last podcast about swatting, Andrew Tate, or not Andrew Tate, Aiden Ross and Speed and stuff got swatted. So he's saying that this was a swatting thing, that someone called in for human trafficking. Someone had swatted him, so the SWAT team pulls up, and they basically search his house and stuff. And he said that there was no one there, blah, blah, blah. It was just and all the people were there consensually. There's no human trafficking going on, and he was good to go. So.
Well, did he actually get charged?
No. Okay,
because I was about to say, he's talking about all the time how he has the Romanian government in his hands, how he's cool with them, and that nothing will happen to him. And then I hear this stuff's happening. If he actually got charged with that, I would be like, okay, well, all that stuff he said was bullshit. But if he's not getting charged, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird situation. The whole banning thing is very weird, because if you I saw it on TikTok where they went, Andrew Tate got banned, so he searches up Andrew Tate in TikTok, and then it shows no matter, couldn't find results or something. But then I tried this because I was curious, and it I still found a bunch of stuff. Andrew Tate's last message, Andrew Tate, blah 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 blah. And the reason this is because Andrew Tate is, you can't you can knock him for this and that, but he is a smart guy. He's kind of taken over TikTok, YouTube, whatever, because he's smart. So the whole thing with Hustlers University is you get paid for
people
joining, but also the way you make money on the app is through affiliate marketing, And what people do is they take these clips of Andrew Tate saying like weird ass stuff, and they'll put it on social media, and they'll be like, join Hustlers University at this link under the video, or if you look in the comments it will say that. And if you press that, the person that referred you the link gets like a percentage of the money that goes from when they enroll in the course. So basically, Andrew Tate's running a pyramid scheme. You got him at the top, you got another affiliate marketers here, and the other affiliate marketers, and it keeps going on and on and on and on. And basically, with this, he's got a full like grasp of social media, because you can try to cancel him, but he still has people posting for him. He doesn't even have his own TikTok account. People are posting this shit for him. He's got
crazy.
And it's getting clipped, like all of his stuff. That's why if you go down, you'll if you scroll on TikTok, you'll see like the same video, or with just like different like watermarks on it, because it's the same video. People just clip it and put their own affiliate like market on it. But yeah, I mean, he's a interesting guy with the whole band thing. Like, my opinions on it is like, I don't know. I don't really know much about it. Like, I didn't really know much about the band thing. I don't know. For right now, since I don't have like all the information, I agree with him. If there's something else that I don't know about, like some of the comments he said, like, yeah, that's pretty like fucked. Like, he said some messed up shit. So I don't know. I guess he should be banned, but unless it's like in the guidelines, like if someone shows me a thing and it said if someone shoot this video, they like show exactly what he said, how it violates the guidelines, and why he should be banned. Like if someone does that and has all the receipts, like yeah, ban him, do it. But if there's no like evidence of him, like violating guidelines and stuff like that, then no, he shouldn't be banned. And then that is censorship, because they're banning someone for like no reason on the platform. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, so obviously we don't know everything that's going on. What we have seen here today, these are my thoughts on that. So I think that he's talking about how they're taking away his rights. It has nothing to do with rights, because ultimately YouTube, TikTok, all the meta platforms can do whatever they want. It has nothing to do about rights. You could say, oh, well, it's freedom of speech. It's the internet. You can still go out and have freedom of speech. So for him to say it's taken away his rights, YouTube and Meta, all those platforms, they can do whatever they want. They can snap their fingers and then I'll be off their platform like it's nothing. So I don't think he should be complaining about that if that's what he's doing. He is talking about how it's, what was the word censorship? So I agree with Justin. If he didn't do anything wrong, if he's not breaking any of the guidelines, don't ban him. That's simple. That's just unfair, right? But like I said, it's their company. They can do whatever they want. But it is unfair, and it's not like justified. I do think that some things he says push the limits a little bit, but I don't. Some things he say can be considered as hate speech, but there's a difference between hate speech, the truth, and an opinion, right? Most things he says is his opinion. A good amount of are facts, but some is hate speech. He's talking about like women. A lot of stuff can be considered hate speech, but that goes down to the guidelines, right? What is hate speech according to YouTube and all the meta platforms? Because for everybody it could be different, right? Hate speech, if you Google it and you get the definition, that's what hate speech is. But for YouTube, it could be something different. You have to look at the guidelines and see what it actually is. Opinion can be hate speech. An opinion can be facts. So it's all about what did he say. If he said, I think the sky is actually green and everybody in the world's colorblind and can see green as blue, that's an opinion. It's a stupid one, of course. It's not hate speech. It's not a fact. It's an opinion. Opinions should be welcome to social media and to platforms, in my opinion. Same with facts, right? If you say something like all Gatorade bottles are made with aluminum, and that's a fact, that's not an opinion, nor that's that true. You could still say it. I guess that would be an opinion. But nonetheless, like, you get where I'm getting at here. And hate speech, you could say, well, that's hate speech. You're saying that, Gatorade is talking about how we use single-use plastic, and you're hating on it. You're saying that that's not true, and that would be the complete opposite. If anything, people would be praising Gatorade. But you get my point, Pete, right? So it depends. At the end of the day, like I said, it depends on what is hate speech for YouTube and Meta, and what they actually have their own definition of hate speech. So I think that hate speech, in my opinion, should not be welcome to social media, because that's just, why would you want negativity in the world, right? There's so many things to get mad at this, at this world, and at the things that come with it. But I don't think that people, if somebody's going on Twitter and saying like fuck all like people that are from Mexico, and I hate people with brown hair, and just going off, that's hate speech. Like, get rid of them. Like, why are they there? There's nothing it's just some guy spazzing out online. There's no reason for him to be there. So that sort of thing I don't think should be welcome. But Elon Musk was trying to, with Twitter, reduce that, and Twitter is sensitive when it comes to that. If you go on Twitter right now and tweet out there are only 2 genders, you will get banned. So, 1 minute. Okay, so if you go on Twitter and say, there's 2 genders, you'll get banned. So Twitter and a lot of companies nowadays are more leaning to the left. So Elon Musk was trying to eliminate that and make it more fair for people like Andrew Tate, that you can maybe coincide with and say, oh, that's not hate speech, that's his opinion. He has rights, whatever. So that's the thing. That's what I think of that. I don't think, should he be banned? I really don't know enough, so I can't say.
Alright, my opinion on this a lot as well is Andrew Tate gets taken out of context a lot. So this is what he was saying in his interview as well. Like,
of course
he was saying, if men and women, like, he's like, don't trust an unloyal man, and if so, like, or something like that. And he's like, and with that being said, he's like, don't trust an unloyal woman. And then he's like, someone will clip the part where he says, don't trust an unloyal woman, or like something like, I forget the example he used in the interview, but it's something like that. And then it just gets switched, taken out of context, because people will clip it. It gets taken out of context, and then now people try to cancel him, ban him, all this. And I think, like, that just happens when you're like a
and that's not him
figure.
saying that. That's the people that are on TikTok.
Yeah, it's basically like putting words into someone's mouth, right? And that's pretty. It can get taken the wrong way, and it can become.
That comes with everybody and everything with the internet.
Yeah, it can become destructive in their lives. Like we said earlier, like the whole social media stuff, you can lose jobs over this. Blah blah blah.
We talked about Loaf last week.
Yeah, obviously this guy doesn't need a job. He's like rich, but like it can destroy people's lives just taking stuff out of context. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's so hated and unliked by many people, is because a lot of his stuff gets taken out of context, and also I think he's misunderstood. A lot of people don't understand where he's
really
coming from,
think about what he's saying.
They don't.
His culture.
People don't challenge their like ideas and their concepts, and they're not open-minded enough to like have someone have opposing views and kind of, okay, I see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily believe it, but I can understand his opinions and where he comes from.
Yep.
A lot of people are not like that. They're closed-minded. They have one belief, and that's it. They won't accept any other opinions other than their own, and they're very just like focused on their own opinion. I think for Andrew Tate, I think that's my opinion on the whole issue with his.
Pretty strong.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any topics?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Okay, so we got some quick topics here. Okay, number 1. We'll say this. Okay, so the Champions League has been set out with all the groups put into fruition. So we got Group A. Do you think you could put this on here, like the photo of this?
Yeah, if you
so they could see.
Of it.
Yeah, so Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. I think the top. These are my predictions as well. We can go along with it if you're down. So, I'll say it again. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. I think the top 2 teams that are making it past this group are going to be Liverpool and Napoli. What do you think?
Can I say it again? Okay, I say Liverpool and... Yeah, I want to say Rangers, but... Yeah,
you don't want to say Rangers.
Napoli. I like Celtic, but I don't know. Yeah, I say Napoli as well. I agree with you on those 2.
What do you think, Jackson?
I want to say Rangers too. But...
Get the fuck out. Okay, Porto. This is Group B. Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. This one's interesting. I think it's going to be Atletico and Leverkusen. What do you think?
I say Atletico and.
Pretty even, I think, this one.
Maybe
Fairly.
Porto. I don't know. It's just it's kind of a wild.
What do you
guess,
think?
but-
This one's the airball. This one.
Okay. This one's an interesting group. Group C, Bayern, Barcelona, Inter, and Plzen.
Okay, I say Barca and Bayern.
Yeah, okay.
That one's kind of yeah.
Come on.
Group D, another kind of interesting one. Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Martial. I think
Wait, say again.
Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Martial. I think it's going to be Tottenham and Frankfurt.
I say Tottenham and Sporting. You with me?
What he said? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Group E, Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb. Zagreb, yeah. I think Milan and Chelsea.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Yeah, Sam?
Yeah.
Group F, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar. I think that's how. Yeah, Shakhtar and Celtic. I think Group F is gonna be Real Madrid and Leipzig. Real Madrid, they won the Champions League last time, and I think it's, obviously I'm cheering for Celtic, but I think Leipzig and Real Madrid are the best. But I think it's possible Celtic, but I think Leipzig will be second. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. Celtic, it'd be cool to see them go, but
They never do well at Champions League.
Yeah, look at the other teams in there. I mean, it's pretty tough competition. So I agree.
Are you agreeing? Okay, we got Group G, Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. I think Man City and Sevilla.
I say Man City and Dortmund.
Okay, so we got Group 8.
Who are you
What
agreeing with? You just went, oh. That's not.
I'm thinking of their past, their past.
How they done?
Dortmund, bro, the cover of FIFA 18, bro. What's that guy's name again?
That guy's so loyal. He's been
That guy's a dumb guy.
He's been there since he's been offered for Barca, Liverpool. He's staying with Dortmund, bro. That's very. You don't see that much loyalty in teams nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Group H, last group: Paris, Juventus, Benfica, and Haifa. I don't know how to say that.
Paris and
Juventus.
yeah.
I say yeah.
Paris, Juventus.
I'd say so as well. All right, that's the Champions League. That's our predictions. Next topic. So the BC Lions are doing really, really well. Best season they've had for a long time, and they are second in the West right now. They've only lost one game against the first team in the West, which is the Blue Bombers. The biggest success that they've had from the Lions is their quarterback, Nathan Rourke. I think that's how you say it. And he is in surgery right now. He got injured. He came from Ohio State to BC Lions. And, yeah, he is injured. He had surgery. He had a message after surgery. This was posted today. He said, this is a message from Nathan Rourke from Twitter. Hey, Lions fans, surgery went well. Now let's get another dub. Go Lions. He's already back to that mentality of let's go. So that's pretty cool to see. I like him as a quarterback. He's cool. And I think that he is a good addition to the team. He's done so well. I think he's a rookie. It could be, yeah, because he came from Ohio State. So technically he's a rookie. Very, very good. So I think, great for him and what he's been doing. I think I hope to see him back. And Lions are playing right now, actually, against, I think, Rough Riders. Last time I checked, they were winning. Let's see. They got... it's quarter 3 with Rough Riders winning 16-9. They're kind of trailing. It's not over yet. They got 7 minutes left of quarter 3, and then the fourth quarter. They can come back. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I think that's all my topics.
All right. Yeah, if our principal's watching this, I mean, I don't know why the fuck he'd be watching this, but fuck the Rough Riders. Yeah, Lions all the way. Yeah, I heard about that too. Guys in the soccer camp that I talked about earlier, they were talking about it. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of been carrying. He's one of the reasons why the Lions offense is the way it is. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but I mean, hopefully they hang on there without him. So, yeah, okay, my next topic, I got the Cars on the Road
Mm.
official trailer with Disney.
Are we gonna react to
Plus.
it?
It's 2 minutes long. It's Pixar. I don't know if we would get copyrighted. I don't know if I can show. I won't be able to show it on the screen because we're definitely gonna get copyrighted for this. But, well, maybe we'll link it in the description for the people that want to watch it. It's there. I'm gonna turn the volume down so it's not affecting the recording. But we're gonna watch it quickly, and maybe we'll like talk about it as we watch it. So we got Mater and Lightning just like driving out.
So what is the like concept here?
So I think it's just like a TV show about like the life of like what they do outside of like the races and stuff.
Oh, so it's like the shorts that they've had.
Yeah, it's kind of like the short. So
like
they're
Mater's
talking about,
lantern, like whatever. The fuck.
Kinda. They're talking about Mater's sister in here going on a road trip. Just like shenanigans that they do, I guess. I mean, you see here like a dinosaur car. You see what the fuck is that? Just like I guess like adventures of like what they're doing
Yeah, it's just
outside.
the adventures of Lightning McQueen and Mater.
Yeah, Mater. You got Lightning. You got like the whole crew, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm probably if it comes out, I'll definitely watch it.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
I was like, Cars is like my favorite thing growing up. Like I literally watched the first movie so many times.
What was the one where they went to Japan?
That was Cars 2.
Cars 2. I watched that in theaters.
I was gonna say like you know how people say with Star Wars like, oh, they're ruining the franchise. But they ruined the franchise with the second one. To be honest, like the first one was sick. Like Cars 1, the original Cars was like my favorite movie growing up. Right, I used to watch this shit like basically every day. Cars 2, like what the fuck? I watched it
once, but it wasn't
Cars
like.
Could have been good. Just they added some spy shit. Like
It was just so like okay, the
racing
whole
looked
plot line.
dope as
Okay, yeah,
fuck.
the racing was sick, and then they just add a plot line of there's like we got
Some mafia.
What is it? Yeah, we got like spies coming around. We got like the fucking Japanese mafia. Like what the hell? And then there's the queen at one of the races. It's such a weird like plot line. And then you got Cars 3, which is actually like not too bad. It works in the plot line at least. It kind of at least it works in the plot line. You know, you got a racing guy.
Cars 3 was quite good, I'd say.
Cars 1's the best movie of the whole franchise.
Easily.
And it was like his whole story. It was like
Cars 3, like the third one, is the only movie franchise that I can think of that is like as good as it is. Normally, like what we talked about before, the third movie in any franchise is the worst one. Cars 3 was good, not as good as the first one, but better than the second one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's quite good.
So yeah, I'm excited. I guess this is coming to Disney Plus. I don't know when.
So
But
this
yeah,
is a trailer that was released. Like,
it was released on August 1st. So I'm surprised. Like I didn't hear about this anywhere else. Cause like we're late to this. Like I mean we're recording on the 25th or 26th. So, yeah, 26th. So like I don't know how I haven't heard this till like the end of the month. But yeah, I mean I'm definitely gonna watch it if it comes out. I mean I've been like a Cars guy since I was like a kid.
Do you have the Cars?
Pardon?
Did you have the Cars?
The little car, yeah.
Yeah, same.
I had like Lightning McQueen, everything, bro. I had like I had the light up Skechers that you like stomp and it like lights up, and it was of him, bro. It was so sick.
No way.
But yeah, it looks cool. I mean, like I said earlier, like people are like, oh, ruin the franchise. Like it's not Star Wars, bro. They already did ruin the franchise. The second one was kind of weird and like
they bounced back. They did. They bounced back from
I think
it.
they did. Yeah.
Back. This is not ruining it because this is just outside
No.
of racing life and all that shit. Okay?
This is not ruining.
Like,
Yeah.
if in that trailer you saw fucking spies and Mater flying,
You kind of do see not
I'd be like,
spies.
this is some bullshit, you know?
Yeah, it's
But
not what
it's
it was.
also appealing to a younger audience. I mean,
Oh yeah, new
when we
gen.
were little, we had these things kind of growing up, and we had the.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they released the third one, and I guess like younger kids that haven't seen the original ones
Started
maybe
to get into it.
now are into it again, and
Yeah,
it's the same thing
it's
with
great.
Star Wars. Is like they're trying to reintroduce it to a new generation, so they can also appreciate and love the series. So,
Kenobi, Mandalorian.
yeah, I mean, like this isn't that old. I mean, the first one came out in 2006, but still, I mean, 15 years, 16 years, like, yeah. So yeah. My next topic.
What the fuck?
So the weekend
Haven't heard this.
came and they played in Vancouver at BC Place. And I was just searching because I was like, oh, I want to see how the concert went. And the title of the article is So Hot and Gross. Weekend fans complain about BC Place concert conditions.
It's gonna be something about Mosh or something.
The Weeknd played for thousands of fans in Vancouver on Tuesday night at BC Place, and people are saying that the show was hot as fuck, literally. Complaints have poured in on social media about the conditions at BC Place, with some saying that the venue felt like a sauna or an oven. To make matters worse, many have claimed that the concession stands even ran out of water. The Daily Hive has reached out to BC Place for confirmation. The Daily Hive shared some photos of the concert on Instagram, which led to a flood of comments about the conditions on Tuesday night. It was hotter than hell in the stadium, said one user. Another said it was so hot and gross in there that I broke out in hives. Anyone who has been to a summer concert on a hot night at BC Place has likely felt similar conditions, but the reaction to last night's show seems particularly severe. Still, not everyone was bothered by the heat, with some suggesting it was the best concert of their lives.
Yeah, a lot of people said that.
Many have suggested that BC Place should have opened the roof, though this would have probably impacted the acoustics of the show.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, people outside would hear it, but I don't think. How could that affect like the noise? Maybe because it's not condensed.
Yeah, it's just like in here when we test
Yeah,
audio. Before we were testing, Jackson was like, he was so like tripped up that it was echoing because he said something while he was looking up, and it was like it echoed, and then he's like, why is it echoing? And I'm like, well, because when you speak here, we got like sound paneling back here, so it doesn't like bounce back. And we were talking about this for like a couple minutes. He's like, no, but like when I'm speaking here, it echoes up. I'm like, bro, no.
This is noise. Like this is people don't hear outside.
Yeah. So this is basically, if this was open, our audio would be so much worse because it would fucking travel. I guess, well, if Jackson was speaking, it would travel up. Anyways, I think people are being a bunch of babies, yo. Like, this is not the Travis Scott concert. It's BC Place. It's like, it's not over. I don't know. I don't know what they're complaining. I mean, I wasn't there, but I don't think it was that bad. I think they're
I've only heard
overreacting.
good things from it. The show was 2 hours long, which I don't think that's long enough. I think it should have been more. But I think from what I've seen, like, it was quite cool. I think The Weeknd's good. I like The Weeknd, but I never really. I don't know. Maybe I should have got tickets. I don't know. But yeah. So I've only heard people say good things from it. I didn't hear anything from so hot and gross. It is, a lot of people in that fucking building, and it was not a hot day out, but it was not cold. It was like, 26, 25 that day. People are going to be, I can see why people would think that, but wasn't there, can't say. Cannot say at all.
I mean, also, it's like, we live in Vancouver. Like, it's not like we're living in Arizona or like LA or, you know what I mean?
Well, it was 30 on Wednesday.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's not like so hot. Like, I mean, it's like hot for us.
They said it was, what did it say? It said it was as hot as
hell or something. Yeah. Like, bro, like, shut up. It's not that bad. Stop being a bitch. Okay, next thing I got here, we got Morty is in multiverses. So, I'm a big multiverse guy. I've been playing since the beta. But yeah, he's in multiverses, and the article says no one knows how to play him. So I was playing Jackson, and Jackson plays Superman, and I'm just trying out. Yeah, I whoop his ass and like basically everyone. But I was playing Morty, and he like two-stocked me. I think like he is so weird. Like I didn't check the move list, but he's just like weird as fuck. He's got like these weird projectiles. He's got like this. Yeah, he's got this scrubbing move. I kept getting Jackson with it. Right? He just scrubs the floor. And then
Knocks
he can,
him
like,
back.
run towards people while he's scrubbing the floor.
Like, when it's in scrubbing mode, if you're near him, you just get hit and you just fly.
Yeah, so the scrubbing thing is pretty sick. Yeah, he's kind of weird, but, I mean, if you, like, this is, like, with anyone that you play in this game. Like, if you learn the moveset and you understand the moves and how to use them.
That's how you are with the character.
You can be good with, like, any character, I think. But, I mean, I don't know if I'll get him, like, if I unlock him and fucking spend money on it, but he's kind of cool. It's cool that they're adding things to the game.
What's that ad?
I don't know. That's the guy
I
from
just saw the drinking.
Take 1 spoon of olive oil. But
That's
anyways,
not a fucking spoonful. He's drinking out of the
drinking out of the
bottle.
Yeah, what the heck is this? But no, it's like this
Ad.
guy drinking a bottle.
You may like.
Take 1 teaspoon of olive oil.
So off topic as well.
Anyways, it's cool that they're adding things to the game. I like the developers and stuff. I keep adding stuff and like keep the game fresh. I think they're adding. I don't know. I think they're adding Raven. There was like sound files of her audio in the game, but they're gonna add a couple other guys from like Teen Titans, and they're gonna add.
cool.
I think they're gonna add Rick. Maybe I
Yeah,
don't know.
better add Robin, bro.
But,
He's the best.
They're definitely gonna add Rick.
Yeah, I think they'll add more
Yeah.
guys in, so I'm pretty excited for
That's
that.
cool.
It'll be fun. It's they keep growing and building
Mhm.
the game and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, we got a lot
Wait,
of.
do you guys remember like do you remember the Wildcats?
Is that a team?
It was a TV
Oh,
show.
oh yeah, yeah, with the two brothers.
I
Jinx.
want them to be added, bro.
Is that
Oh,
Warner
dude,
Brothers though?
Maybe I hope so.
I don't know if they'd be added,
They
but
dude, that would be.
that was so sick.
Because they can they
You-
kind of have like Beast Boy powers. But,
Bro,
like,
you remember?
Oh
the
yeah,
original
yeah.
one?
I know Wildcats.
Oh, it's PBS kids. I think that's just wait.
PBS is.
Okay, on this
no.
topic, Wildcats was so sick.
that,
It was
I
when
learned
they-
more from Wildcats than from freaking school.
Was
bro.
that with
Yeah.
Danny Phantom? Oh no, that's Fairly Odd Parents. That's. Yeah.
So it was they like where's
They
that?
redid it?
Isn't this an
I
older
think
show?
Yeah, it says down.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I've ever
OG.
watched it, but I've
Wild
seen. I
crap.
know what it is.
Bro, it was so sick, like dead ass. It was like the coolest.
Oh wait, they
These
had
guys-
they had the real life.
Yeah, and they'd come in. So
That's
And
what
they
I-
come into the cartoon.
you remember?
I did
Zaboomafoo?
watch it. I
You
did
remember-
watch it.
Every episode they would be talking,
Zaboom.
and then they'd find
And then they'd be
animal,
in the
and
jump.
then
Yeah,
they'd jump, and they'd be cartoon.
same as Zaboomafoo.
It's such a cool
bro.
concept.
You-
Like just thinking about
This
it.
is 1999, but I don't know how I even watch this. But do you guys know Zaboomafoo?
I've
it's like
never
the
watched it,
same
but I've
thing.
seen it.
But it's like the guy with the monkey, and then they're like
It's creepy.
in real life. No, it's so sick. It's like this. It was so cool. But I love this show too. That and
Yeah.
Wildcats, they were. I think they both aired on
Wildcats,
the
I've
same
watched
channel.
that. Yeah, I never like
I don't know,
binged
but-
the series or anything. I just
Yeah,
watched it when
yeah.
it came on. But it was
Like
I liked
Sunday
the I
cartoons.
liked the real life version better than the cartoon because how they would interact with the animals, you could like actually see it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It,
that's
it
what
was
I liked.
cool.
But it was a cool, very very creative idea.
Good show. Yeah. With that, I think we're done. Don't got any more
Oh,
topics.
there's another. Oh, that's technical.
Yeah, this is all the same thing. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.